Alright, so with the global data download last night, we now finally have the exact release date for the EZA for the 5th year fusions and the free-to-play units. So what we'll do is we'll briefly go over the release date for these guys, because I know that's why a lot of you probably clicked on the video. And then after that, we'll go over the data download in its length, talk about everything that's actually coming to Dokkan. And then after that, we might talk about the free-to-play units for a little. You know, you can hear me rant. But yeah, I guess just to get right into it. So the EZA for the 5th year fusions are going to be coming August 1st. A lot of people expected this, not really surprising. This is when we got the EZA units for the previous year's anniversary for Part 3. So, I mean, everyone kind of expected it to come August 1st. I think I made a video a couple days ago talking about the 5th year fusions EZA, and I mentioned August 1st is probably when they were going to release. So, not really surprising. I mean, a lot of people expected it again, but definitely very good. 5th year fusions are really, really crazy busted. So, definitely something to look forward to. And then with the free-to-play Bobbity and then the free-to-play Hercule, both of them are going to be getting their EZA July 30th, so a little bit sooner than the 5th year fusions. But I guess it's still something to look forward to. They're not outright horrible and useless, but they're not good either. So I don't know. We'll talk about them later, right? So, okay, just to get into the data download, first off, we've got a promo movie right here. I mean, I guess it's cool. I don't know. I don't ever really pay attention to these, to be honest. We could just skim through this really quick. It's just going over all the anniversaries. So pretty cool, I guess. We've got stages for the EZA area for, I guess, the Hercule, or this might be the Bobbity. We've got EZA medals for the Hercule, EZA medals for the Bobbity. And then we've got, oh yeah, so we're getting Sin Shenron too. So this is the map for Stage 7, Sin Shenron, for the Shadow Dragon event. This stage isn't like crazy difficult. I say that, but it's the hardest fight in the game. It's just not a massive leap from, I guess, Cell Max, which most people probably would consider the hardest fight in the game right now. It's just a little bit more difficult than that. And then, of course, on JP, they've got the Omega Shenron fight, which is Stage 8 to the Shadow Dragon event. And then that is like a massive leap in difficulty, I'm pretty sure. So this is still really difficult, though. It's something to look forward to. It's going to be pretty challenging, so definitely good there. And then, what is this? Oh, this is the Anniversary Skill Orb event. Okay, so this is really useful. So basically what you do is there's 8 stages. You play through them all, and every stage represents an anniversary. So Stage 1, first anniversary. Stage 2, second anniversary, and so on and so on. And then when you beat the stage, you get insanely busted skill orbs for the headlining units for that anniversary. So for instance, for Stage 1, you would get really good skill orbs for the STR Gogeta and Ninja Nimba. For Stage 2, you would get really good skill orbs for, I think, the AGL Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta and then the STR Super Saiyan 4 Goku. And then so on and so on for every anniversary. And it even includes the 8th year anniversary. So if you pull the new 8th year anniversary units, if you get to Stage 8, you can get some really crazy skill orbs for those units. So definitely a very good event. Free stones, free really crazy skill orbs. So obviously a good thing there, right? And then we've got the EZA event for STR LR Gogeta. I am going to have a team guide for both of the EZA events, but if you don't really care about that, the weakness is pure sand, so, good luck, I guess. Obviously, same thing with Vegito, except for the weakness is Realm of Gods. And then we do have the chain battle for Vegeta and Nappa. I did briefly talk about this in my previous video where I was going over everything coming for Part 3 of the 8th year anniversary, but dude, this card art, I love this for some reason. Maybe it's because I'm a Vegeta fan, and I kind of like Nappa as well, but this card art is like really, really badass to me. I hope someday we get like a Dokkan Fest Vegeta and Nappa. I don't know, maybe we could EZA the LR Vegeta and Nappa. I feel like that definitely has potential there. But anyway, this is going to be the chain battle. I don't really think it's that difficult. Just bring a lot of base Gokus and then first form Friezas, I think. And then we also have the burst modes for both of the 5th year anniversary fusions Dokkan events. The missions for this burst mode I know are extremely easy. I'm not aware what they are specifically, but if you want to go check out my previous video, I do go over the exact missions because, of course, we're going over the celebration details for Part 3 of the 8th year anniversary. And we were at one point talking about the burst mode. So if you want to know the exact missions, you can go ahead and check that out. If not, I'm pretty sure one of the missions for Gogeta was GT bosses. I only remember that because it doesn't make any sense. Because, I mean, if it was Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, I guess that would make sense. But it's not, so I don't really get what they were doing there. But, yeah, burst mode's coming. Definitely very good. Very fun event. We've got some 8th year anniversary loading screens because it's the end of the anniversary. I mean, some of these look really cool, so that's a good thing. Ooh, this last one actually looks really cool. I like that one. And then we got these right here, which, again, all look really good. So, definitely a good thing. We've got music planned to be playing on Dokkan. So, I mean, I guess that's a good thing. Not really for me, because I can't play this music. But, I mean, I guess it still just makes the game more enjoyable. So, pretty good there, I guess. Then we got some tickets if you want to pay. And then, yeah, I guess that's it. So, not really the most amount of content coming. Definitely a lot to look forward to, though. EZA for 5th year fusions, chain battle. Well, no, don't look forward to chain battle. Everybody hates chain battle. This event is really crazy. You know, free skill orbs for a lot of really top tier units. You know, 7th year anniversary LR is still very good. 8th year anniversary LR is obviously very good as well. So definitely really good there. And then, I mean, even 5th year anniversary LR is now really good with their EZA, so you can get good skill orbs for them as well. So just a really good event overall. This you definitely should be looking forward to. And then the Shadow Dragon event, you know, the hardest fight in the game, so that's definitely good that's coming. And then these guys' EZA aren't really that crazy, so that's not something I outright look forward to, but definitely a couple really good things for part 3 of the 8th year anniversary. So, I mean, I guess that's pretty much the end of the video for most people. I'm still going to go over these guys and how their EZA isn't really up to standards for what I would want, but it's just going to be me ranting, so if you don't want to hear that, you can go ahead and click off. But yeah, I guess just to get right into the LR Bobbity. So he's alright. I mean, if you look at it from one angle, he's a free-to-play LR EZA, so that's already a good thing because he's free. He is an extreme class support, and he does have a standby. So if you look at it from one angle, this guy can look pretty impressive, right? But also, if you look at what he could have been, I think they definitely could have handled his design very differently. So he starts off with some key, you know, attacking defense buff. I guess 3 key for an LR is good, just makes him getting an 18 key easier. And then he does have the extreme class support, which is very good, right? I mean, on a free-to-play unit, I actually do kind of praise this. Even though there's no key in the support, still 30% to stats is very useful. He has a high chance to dodge if there's a super class enemy. Not really good right now, because of course, most difficult events are extreme class dominated, but in the future, if we get a good super class enemy, I could see this being useful, but for now, this provides virtually no use. And then he has a chance of performing a critical hit plus 10% for extreme class allies, and then an additional 40% attack and defense on super, and then 2 key if there's an extreme class enemy. So this last buff right here is actually really good because, of course, it's restricted to an extreme class enemy, and like we just said, majority of the hard fights in the game are extreme class enemies. So, I mean, that's alright, it's pretty good, but I don't know, for an EZA LR, this is kind of a short passive. I mean, I guess I get it because it's free to play, but still, this is 2023. I feel like he should have maybe just unrestricted dodge or maybe some damage reduction or guard or something like that. I mean, I'm not trying to sound like the truth here where every unit needs to have, you know, damage reduction, guard, 70% chance to dodge. But, I mean, because you're not having this dodge up most of the time, you're not going to be good defensively most of the time. So I feel like he would need something else to kind of compensate for that. But I guess it is what it is. You know, in slot 2, he can be alright. He gets 50% defense on both 12 and 18 key super attacks. So if you get a double super, you know, I guess in slot 2 he can look pretty impressive, and he is a support, so, you know, there's that. But I don't know, if you're not bringing him type advantage in a difficult event, I mean, even type neutral, he's going to get just obliterated, right? And even with type advantage, if he takes a super, it's still probably going to do a lot of damage, right? So not really a big fan of this design. And then when you go into standby Majin Vegeta, I mean, it's just, the design is horrible. So this guy can't attack at all. It's very similar to the Z Duo, but unlike the Z Duo, this guy isn't insane defensively, or honestly even viable defensively. He can get 40% damage reduction, which is decent, I guess, but that's not really that great considering he's doing no damage, and his defense isn't really that great. So this design into standby isn't really good as well. I mean, he could do a lot of damage with the standby, definitely, but I don't know. And then his link set's a whole nother thing, because when you get this link set, I mean, you know, previously he's a Bobbity, so you're not running him with, you know, Vegeta units that's going to have Super Saiyan, you know, Royal Lineage, Saiyan Pride. So it's just a very wonky design. I hate saying he's bad because it's a Majin Vegeta, and, you know, this card art's really good and everything, so I wish he was good, but he's not, right? I mean, there's no real getting around that. So I guess that's pretty much it with Bobbity. We can go and talk about Hercule. Hercule's a little bit more straightforward. I mean, he can be kind of alright, I guess, if you get the revive off, because having a revive obviously is very good. And he's a little bit better than he was on JP, at least on release, because now on Global we do have, you know, better options for the World Tournament category. And of course, this guy does have some restrictions for that category. So, you know, this team being a lot better now because of Golden Week does help this guy a little bit. But still, a high chance to revive. This is the main issue a lot of people have with him. And I completely get it. A high chance to revive isn't really acceptable, right? We kind of need a guaranteed revive, maybe with some other condition behind it, but a good condition nonetheless, right? Don't make it, like, extremely difficult to get. Because, again, the revive pretty much makes this unit. I mean, without the revive, I don't think anyone would be running him, like, anywhere, right? He does get 100% defense for 1 turn. Actually, I didn't know that. That's pretty crazy, actually. 100% defense. Okay, so maybe if it didn't have the revive, he still would be somewhat useful in like slot 2 for some free-to-play, you know, for some free-to-play players. But I mean, still, that doesn't, you know, neglect this. A high chance to revive still, dude, come on. We can't have a high chance to revive, and it's restricted to turn 6. So there's 2 restrictions for it, which both are fairly difficult to get. So yeah, I don't know. Just that design definitely not good. He could be all right. I guess he's a debuffer, so in Super Battle Road, he can be all right. You know, he got some attack here. He got some key, I guess, 50% to stats. This is the buff you get with World Tournament category allies, which, like I just said, will be pretty easy to get because that category is pretty decent now. So I guess there's that. He's got some additionals built in if the enemy's in attack down or defense down status. And then he gets a guaranteed crit when the enemy's sealed. So these 2 things right here aren't really going to be good outside of Super Battle Road. So if you're not running him in Super Battle Road, which 9 times out of 10 you're not, because, I mean, I guess he's got some good teams. Bond Parent Child's really good. Earthbred Fighters is really good. Other than that, though, I mean, these teams aren't necessarily good. I mean, World Tournament's all right, but you're not running this guy on a World Tournament, so there's, you know, there's that. Majin Buu Saga isn't really that great. We need a new celebration around it. Earthlings just kind of sucks. Powerful Comeback can be all right, I guess, and the Saviors isn't good. So, yeah, I mean, you're not really running this guy for Super Battle Road, so I feel like these buffs being restricted to basically Super Battle Road doesn't make sense, right? So, I don't know. I guess that's the video. I had to rant a little bit about them. Sorry, I just had to do it. Let me know which EZA you are more excited for between the Vegito and the Gogeta, because me personally, I'm looking forward to them both, man. I can't wait to get them. So, once again, that has been the video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll catch y'all in the next one.